Hey, everybody. Oh, welcome to Divinely Design Studio. It's Slow Stitching Saturday. We're going to get some more stitches in to Birdsville Cushion. We're up to episode 34, 33, something like that. So anyway, we are going to get some more stitches in today. If you haven't already done so, please share with your friends. Let them know that we are live streaming because I know there's a few people that like to catch this episode. So yeah, I am struggling with my placement of my Q-snap today. It's just, yeah, I've been playing around with it for the last 5 minutes and it just doesn't seem to want to go into place today. So we're going to see how we go. I may have to turn the camera off and do some stuff. I have my coffee. We have our project we're going to be working on. We got a lot of stitches in it last week, so you can see there. I have not got the other camera set up today because, again, it's got like a smoke, moisture must be getting into it. So it's sort of making it look really smoky. So I didn't worry about it today. It makes you feel like you've got to clean your glasses, and who needs that, right? So last week we worked on, let me just show you what we worked on. We worked on these two last week. Got them done. And everything's pretty much done up here now, so that's good. So we're moving over to this bird, and then we've got another bird that you can just see at the bottom, just down here. You can just see it. So yeah, I am feeling a little bit better today. I still have a bit of a gunk up nose, but other than that, I'm pretty good. So if you hear me sniffling, I do apologize. I just cannot help it at the moment. I just have a little bit of a snuffly nose. I have all my bits and pieces that we need, but we're going to be doing this bird first. And so you can see we're over in this part of the cushion now. Okay. I have done extra things. So if this is the first time you're joining me, I've done extra stuff on the flowers. I really like the idea of having more embroidery on them. As time goes on, we'll move this Q-snap because we're just working on stuff on the top at the moment, because we also have a couple of flowers over this side to work on as well, some leaves and stuff. So we've probably got another 2 weeks, maybe 3 on the top here, just making sure that I've got everything done. And that way we can then move the Q-snap. And then I can work on the bottom part, because at the bottom of this tree there is a lot of stuff that we need to do. As you can see here, so I'm working all this area up here. I've done the leaves, and I think there's a flower down here. This flower I haven't done, but there's a couple other ones that I've done across, and I've got some on this side of the cushion as well to do. So I'm slowly but surely getting to it. I'm not rushing it. I just want to enjoy and savor doing this. It's quite a large project. This is going to end up being not a cushion. I'm actually going to turn this into a wall hanging. But you can see down the bottom here, we've got a lot a lot of embroidery and little pieces of felt that we've got to sew on. So I'm getting everything else done before we come down and do that. And I still have to do some more on the flowers down the bottom here. They are stitched down. They do have embroidery on it already, but they need to have the extra little bits and pieces added. But I want to get everything else done except before I tackle that bottom garden. So yeah, so there is that, what we've got to do there. So I'm glad that I put it into the Q-snap, because it's made it a lot easier just to get stuck into it. Now, the problem I have today is right here is where the bird is. There is also a arm to my so this arm here that you can see, that is right there. So I am trying to figure out how I'm going to get around that arm while still balancing. So I may end up having to move it out a little bit because, yeah, I'm having a bit of issue with that. So yeah, it's just not, it's a little bit, it's not wide enough. So I needed an extra little bit, and then I'd be able to get in here. So I've got to play around with the placement of this. So let me just move that off for a second, and let me lift this up a little bit. And just give me a little bit more room maybe under there. And I might just move this across, and then I might have a little bit more room with it. So I was playing around with it and it just wasn't working for me. So I'm taking you on the journey now for it. And it's a little bit tricky because this hole on it where I've moved it to actually is right next to this bit here. So it's really hard to get your hands in there to tighten it up at times. Once it's tightened up, it doesn't matter, right? So it's just a little bit finicky at the beginning and whatnot. So while I'm doing that, let's have a look and see who is joining us today. We have a new member, Chantal. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel. We'll have lots of little bits and pieces coming very soon. All right, let me get this back on. All right. Now, it's too high. What is going on? There we go. That might be where we're going to be at today. So I might just have to move it around. But I think I can, yes, I can get in there. It's going to be a little bit wobbly. But I think that I'm going to be good. Maybe if I move it across this way, just a touch. I've got my little counterweight on my little project holder here, and I'm just going to get this out of the way so I don't stitch that down. All right, and I think I'm going to be good. I think I'll be good there on that. So let me bring that, tighten that up a little bit. And yeah, it was just giving me so much grief this morning. I spent a good 20 minutes trying to get it in the right spot. And yeah, that did not work. So yeah, we're going to do a little bit of, so this one has, so you can see on the wings, it's supposed to have little circles of felt. I have not done that on any of the birds yet because I'm waiting until I've got everything done to make sure I've got enough felt for that. And I'll use my scraps. So I've been keeping my scraps. So I've got these little bits and pieces here that I can make little circles out of. So that's all good because I'm going to need a lot for down the bottom here. So I'm really hoping that I've got enough. I do have another project that I could take a little bit from. So I'm going to do running stitch around and I'm going to put French knots on the belly like I have done on this one. I actually prefer the French knots as opposed to the little bits of felt that are really annoying to work with, to say the least. So I'm going to do that today. So I'll probably, again, take the coloring. So maybe take some dark and some white and put that on the belly. I'm going to pretty much do that with most of the birds, unless, of course, they're a bigger bird, then I can put, so such as this one here. Again, this has French knots on it as well. And I put the wings behind this one because I was going to put the circles on this one, but I'm actually thinking of actually not doing that now and just maybe doing some fancy work on the bird. Anyway, it's my project. I can make it into whatever I want, right? So that's how this sort of story goes today. I've got all my floss off to the side of me, so I should have all that there. And again, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I really do appreciate it. We do have, behind the scenes stuff coming, and we're just getting it all set up. So I appreciate you becoming an early member of the channel. Thank you so much, Chantal. Chantal is doing a fantastic little project at the moment, and I so want to do it, but I also have so many projects on the go. And it is called the roulette blanket, and that is where they pick a color out of a cup of the yarn that they have. So they pick a color and then they roll the dice to find out how many rows they're going to do. And it's a 6-sided dice, so they can do up to 6 rows. We just had day 6 yesterday go up, so day 7 should be going up today. Don't know how big it's going to be, just whenever Chantal decides that that's enough. So yeah, go over and check out Chantal's channel and her little crafty project that she's got going on. Marie is also here as well. Hello, Marie. Hi, Nicole, and everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for being here today. I really do appreciate it. Hey there, Marie from Chantal. And Monica is here. Good morning, everybody. I'm glad to hear you are feeling a bit better, Nicole. Yeah, it sort of hit me in the last couple of days. I just wasn't feeling the best, and then everything else that was going on in the background, as you know, just sort of exacerbated it, I think, and whatnot. So But I am feeling a bit better today. I'll be heading over to Brendan's a bit later on after I get some chores done and everything, and do a bit of stitching this morning. So I'm excited to get some stuff done. Hey there, Monica from Chantel. Marie says, I love this project so much. You're doing such a great job on it. Thank you, Marie. I appreciate that. That's so nice of you to say. I think it's a gorgeous idea too as a wall hanging. So I'm treating this as sort of like the tree of life. I know it's not the tree of life. And so I figured that this, like, I love the tree of life. I've got macrame ones on my bedroom door. I often have it in my jewelry. I often do it in my journals and stuff like that. I just really love the tree of life, right? And so when I got this, I'm like, yeah, how cool, this is a cushion. I can make this cushion. And as I was going on, I'm like, you know what? I think that this would be much better as a wall hanging for me. And I want to put some extra stuff on it. So that's why I've done these extra bits and pieces on the flowers. I've come a little bit further out. I've made them a little bit more whimsical because nothing's ever the same in life and all that sort of stuff. So it's sort of, I'm definitely making it my own. And that's what I wanted from this. So I've added some extra colors of leaves in, and I may still add some more leaves in just to fill it out a bit. I haven't seen the project as a whole in a hot minute. So once I pull it out, I'll take a photo of it and see where the negative space is that's standing out, and maybe, you know, add some extra bits and pieces into it. I don't think I'll add any more flowers in. It'll definitely be leafage that I add in. So yeah, and I'm going to get a really ornate sort of rustic looking frame for it, a wooden frame, probably in a mahogany or maybe even a cedar color, like a red cedar. I'm probably leaning more towards mahogany or a walnut color because they're my favorite colors in wood. So your walnut is that dark brown, and your mahogany is like that reddish dark brown that I'm heading towards. That, of course, thank you so much. Currently working on day 7 as we chat. Nicely done. And I did see your finished, I think I hearted it. I saw your finished shawl too, the rainbow shawl. So nice, so pretty. I love it. I love it. I love it. And also hello to Chantel from Marie as well. All right, so we have got through the comments. Thank you everybody that's left a comment. Let me know what you're working on today, as Chantel is saying they're working on day 7 of their roulette blanket. Mahogany would be nice. Yeah, it would be beautiful. So I like those deep, rich colors in the wood. My husband is the complete opposite. So it's very hard for us to find a happy medium, and usually we'll go for like cedar because it's a little bit lighter. It's still got that darkness, but we'll go, yeah. But for me, my favorite wood colors are mahogany and walnut. Mahogany would be my first preference because it's got that tinge of redness through it. So yeah, I like that sort of thing. If I had it my way, my house would be so dark. So yeah, so got a little bit of light in apparently every now and again. So yeah, so it's it's a hard one, but I think for me and my style and seeing this is my project and whatnot, I want it in those deep rich colors. And yeah. Oh no, what happened? I had a disaster with the baby blanket last night. So Monica is making, for the first time, a gift for someone who's having a baby. Obviously, it's a baby blanket. So what happened? Monica, do tell me. So you started that again. Oh, no. What happened? I feel for you. Weren't you making squares? So it's just the square you've got to start, or is it the whole blanket that you're starting over again? Do let me know. Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry that has happened. I think we might go with what do we got on the orange over here? Was that the light orange? Do I have a light orange anywhere? No, it's all the dark. Where's the light? I think I've got one down here that's a light. What colors did I work on with that? I did red. I think I'll do red. Yeah, that sounds like a good color to work with, right? We'll do running stitch with the red, and then we'll have that red through there. I have a bit of a bird's nest happening right now. I don't know what happened, but it blew apart. And now I have to try and find an end without knotting the rest up. So yeah. All right. Scissors, where are you? There you are. There. Get rid of the bird's nest. Oh, dear me. You always end up, it's inevitable. You always end up with it. So yeah, let me know in the comments what happened, Monica, because that, but at least you didn't put it in the naughty corner. You're like, no, that's good. I'm going to start it again. That's awesome. I'm super proud of you, mate, because I know how easy that is to go, you know what, I've made a mistake. I'm just going to put this aside. So yeah, I'm going to take my, not that I get real much time to do any crochet when I'm over at Brendan's, but I am going to take my Sunny top with me today and get some stitching done in that. And oh no, where did that go? God, I'm a good girl. I put my toys away last week. I'm like, oh no, I've lost my needle threader. No, I did not. All right, let me just get this, and feeling a bit unco this morning. So I finished Heartstopper yesterday. What is going on? My glasses are dirty. So I've now finished that. All done. The blanket is a separate project from the squares. Oh, I overestimated how much yarn I had left, and I had to finish it on the WS, and I tried to pull the row out and I couldn't pick up the stitch again. Oh no. Oh, hun, I'm sorry. How far into it were you? That's a bit sucky. I squashed my needle threader the other day, and now it's not threading properly. So let me, oh, that just broke. Damn. All right, I've got another one here somewhere. You see there, that is, I have to fix that now. All right. One of those days with needle threaders. Ugh, that's a bugger that happened. I think I'm still tired, and my glasses are not the best at the moment, so I need to look at getting some new glasses so I can thread a bloody needle. And I think I'm about to toss this one because this is not threading either. Where is my other needle threader? The one I normally use is really good. I don't have any issue with it. This one I'm spewing because this is my favorite one, but it's actually broken. So I'm going to have to work out how to fix that now. I knew it was getting to the point where it was probably going to break because it had been catching on things, which is not always helpful when you're trying to do stuff. And unfortunately, this thread is quite thick. So I need to have a decent needle threader, and for the life of me, I cannot see where my needle threaders are. Maybe there's one in here. And that other one is not great that I was just trying to use. It's not the best. Ha! Look at me putting my toys away. I like these ones. These are great. I thought I had another one here, but apparently I don't. That was already out. All right, put them away. Right, now we'll be cooking with gas. Put all this other stuff away before I lose it all. These ones are great for, like, if you're just doing single threads or sewing or stuff like that. These are great. The little hummingbirds, they're fantastic. On that. But as I said, my favorite one is that other one that I just showed you with the bead on the end, which I got from Heaven and Earth. So I've had it for years, so I'm not surprised it's broke, but that has just broken. So I'll need to work out what to do with that. And I don't know how they made it. It looks like it's got glue and stuff in it. So I might be able to get some thin wire and make it up again. But yeah, these ones are great, but they're not so great for embroidery, just mostly sewing. But these ones, because you're using, they've got a little hook on the end, you can actually hook the thread through it so well. And like, they're so cheap to get to. I've got little ones that have like little bits and pieces on the end of them. All right, now that I've threaded that, I don't need those glasses anymore. Put these back on. So yeah. Where are we? Yeah, I know, right? No, sorry to hear it. So basically the blanket is separate from the projects of squares, yeah, which we so this was just one thing and you couldn't pick up a stitch. The rest is history. No. Had you done much? Oh, wrong side, yep. I should have known that. Like, I use that terminology in sewing patterns. Anyway. Thankfully I had only done one color. Oh, well, that's good. There's always a silver lining, right? Wrong side, because it was stocking stitch. Nice. But at least you didn't it wasn't, you hadn't got too far into the project, and it was only one color, as you said. That's a good thing, right? Yeah, nothing worse, right? Having to unpick. All right, so I am just going to do a running stitch on this one, and go around the outside of the bird now that we finally got it, the needle threaded. That is in a good spot too. I'm pretty happy with the spot that it's in. I'm using 304 is the color that I'm using. I'm pretty sure. I lost the little tab off it. I'm pretty sure it's 304. So, or it might be 666 actually. Color thread in. I'm using CXC thread too, so not using DMC. Hello there, from Minnesota. Your work is beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Is it Charplatna? I think it is. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to call you Char, if that's okay. If you go by another name, let me know. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. The blanket is meant to have 4 colors, so like, it's kind of good that it worked out how many rows I need, so I don't need to do that again. So fingers crossed. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Chantel. I'm trying to to count it as a lesson learnt, rather than just throwing it out, as Nicole said. Yeah. What time is it your time? I'm in Australia, so it is currently 9:27 a.m. on Saturday. I'm in Australian Eastern Standard Time. So yeah. And I tend to be here on a Saturday with Slow Stitching Saturday. I don't always do live streams, but when I've got the time, I'll actually do a live stream. I tend to get a little bit more done on a live stream than when I'm just filming, because I just, I don't know, I tend to fluff around a little bit. I've been working on this project for quite some time, but we are starting to make some really serious progress in this. And so the live streams are helping me do that. So I generally go for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half of the live stream for Slow Stitching Saturday, or any stitching video that I do that's live. And you'll have to excuse my voice because it is a little bit croaky. I've not been well this week. And this is a very whimsical pattern that we're doing. It is called the Birdsville Cushion by Wendy Williams. You can find the pattern at flyingfishkits.com. Flyingfishkits.com. And as I said, it's called the Birdsville Cushion, and it's by Wendy Williams. I got this as a kit from a quilt show, maybe 4 years ago, I think it was. So yeah, very close to the Q snap, and I just hit it then on that. Like, yeah, I couldn't make it any bigger, the Q snap, because I ended up making this one, and I didn't make it any bigger because it would have been too unbalanced. But in hindsight, I think it might have been a good idea to make it slightly bigger, because I'm right at and there's a couple of things that I'm right at the Q stamp for. I've had to put a border on this, a calico border, because it was not big enough. The size of the I couldn't get to the edges because I couldn't get it into a hoop or anything like that. So yeah, which I don't mind because I can just unpick the calico off it on that, but it won't hurt. I'm actually going to probably unpick the calico, and I'm going to find a really nice autumnal fabric. I may even create my own fabric for it, do some digitizing and create the sort of fabric I'm looking for. And then I can put that around the edge, and then once it's framed, it will it'll look like I've done that on purpose, and it'll also give me room to stretch it over the board and whatnot to get it framed, because this is actually going to be a framed piece that goes up on my wall now. I've just got cats, and I know that the cats will think that it's a toy because I see what they do to my other cushions that I have that are not embroidery or anything. So they're only kittens, so they're very playful still. They're still in that, oh, let's play with this toy and flick it around, let's run off with the toilet paper, all that sort of stuff. So yeah. It's 6:28, so you're in Central Time in the US, maybe. Just found your channel and loving it. Is this your scheduled day and time? Thank you for sharing. Yes, it is. I do not every Saturday, but I try to do most Saturdays. But every Thursday, so your Wednesday, is my regular time. So every and I do a stitch with me, or I might do diamond painting or something along those lines. So I am definitely here every week with a live stream. Every Thursday I do a live stream. You won't find last Thursday's video because there's not one there, because sometimes life gets in the way. I've just started back doing the Saturday morning lives. Sometimes I might do diamond painting and things like that, but for the most part it is slow stitching Saturday because it's my Saturday, and I spend about an hour, and I just like to do a little bit of stitching with you all and just chit chat, and we talk about the projects that we're working on. Sometimes we might talk about life stuff. You'll hear me talk about the books that I'm reading and all that sort of thing. So just save the channel and keep an eye out. Sometimes if I can't do a live stream, I'll still have a slow stitching Saturday go up because I'll film it during the week, and then basically I'll just put it up as a video on the Saturday. So there's always something that comes up at this time, around this time on a Friday night for you there, Char. So thank you for asking though, and I'm glad that you found me. It's exciting that you found me. My cat steals straws. Yeah, if I give my cats a chance, they probably steal straws too. They'd steal anything. The toilet paper, they haven't done it for ages. And then the other night, I could hear them. Like I was out here and I was working away, and so was Savannah, and I could hear a noise in there, and I'm like, what are they doing in there? Anyway, when we come in, they had shredded a whole brand new roll of toilet paper all through the house. So they were throwing that around together. That little mischievous, and I would bet my bottom dollar that it was Houdini that started it. Maybe Speckles, but I reckon it was Houdini. She's cranky at me at the moment because I won't let her go into the library because she's worked out how to open the window from the library out to here, and they're not allowed out here because I have customers' quilts out here and whatnot. So this is a no-go zone for the animals, because if someone's got an allergy and I send their quilt back to them, that'd be just horrendous for them. I see how Savannah suffers with hay fever and stuff in spring. I would hate to be the responsible party for sending home a quilt. Hey there, my bestie. Welcome on in, Monique. What's happening? How you feeling today, hon? This looks so pretty. Thank you. Chantel saying hello. Oh my God, Chantal, girl. Okay, I think I'm going to finish one of my squares and give myself a bit of an accomplishment to get motivated again. Yes, that is the best one to do. That is the best one, the best way course of action, when especially when you're a little bit devastated by what's just happened. Yeah, you're better off just setting it down, go and do something else, keep your motivation up, and then that way you can come back to it. Also with fresh eyes and a little less resentment. Because if you're anything like me, there's a little bit of resentment happening right now towards that project and maybe even towards your friend. That's it, like, why am I making this? Why am I doing this to myself again? So a little bit of that sort of thing. So yeah, I get it. I've been there many, many times. Savannah is currently making a patchwork blanket for her friend's baby. Her friend is having, remember the girl that was going to move in with her when they went to uni, all that sort of stuff, and then she didn't? Well, she ended up meeting a guy and they're having their second child. A lot can happen in 3 years, nearly 4 years, because that was 4 years ago when they left school at the end of this year. I'm like, I cannot believe 4 years have just flown by. I still need to decide on an arc. Ugh. You know what? Put them all on a spinning wheel and spin that wheel and let the fates decide. I'm sort of at that point now. So yeah. Hello. That's not good. But I have decided that I'm excited for karaoke and I refuse to be a Debbie Downer. That's fine if you're not feeling the best. Thank you so much, Jean. How are you? What's happening in Jean's world today? So yeah, let us know what you're reading, what you're working on. Are you doing a bit of crochet? All the things. So yeah, let us know what's going on. I'm going to do some French knots here. We decided that, well, maybe I'm just going to make knots because that didn't work. There we go. That's better. Sometimes your thread just doesn't want to play nice because there's a knot in the bottom of this somehow. It's a bit hanging on, so we'll get rid of that. Luckily, it's at the end and not in the thread, that working thread that I've got. So as I said, with the birds, I'm going to put varying different colors. So there'll be like a couple of different oranges in here as well to match the bird. I just really like the look of the little French knots on it on their belly, and giving it a little bit of color and whatnot. Everybody is saying hello to Jean, and I just watched a movie called Eleanor the Great. It was emotional and so good. I seen the trailer for that. It is good. Awesome. It's an historical fiction, right? I did see, I'm pretty sure that's the one that I seen. Chantel and Monica are saying hello to Jean as well on that. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Did you cry? I hate it when you watch a movie, and especially when you're watching it with people and you cry. It's very frustrating. All right. So we'll leave that there because I may end up having to add a few extra ones. So we'll get that out of the way. All right, let's get a couple of, we'll get some orange. I do have one already thread for that. And then I'm pretty sure I've got another really, maybe that orange. That might work. So I've only got two colors here, a light blue. Actually, I think that's a white. I might add some white in there too. I'll see how we go. It is so chilly here today. It's like 12 degrees. It's been stuck on 12 degrees for the last 3 days. And I'm telling you, I'm not happy with it. It makes me want to go and curl up in bed and not get out. So it is about an elderly woman pretending to be a Holocaust survivor. And I thought it was supposed to be a comedy. And yes, I cried. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is the one that I'm thinking of. Interesting. I did not know it was Holocaust either. But anyway, oh my goodness. That is going to be very emotional movie to watch. Where did you watch it? Did you go to the movies or was it on TV? Maybe it's not the one I'm thinking of. I don't know. Who knows? I see so much stuff. I take so much information in. Who knows what I've seen and all the rest of it. The bluebirds look like beads. No, they're actually French knots. It's actually thread. Everything on here is thread. Beads would have been nice. I suck at beading. Watched it on Crave here. Okay, cool. Yeah, they do look a little like beads on that. So I'm doing a 3-wrap French knot, so it makes them stand out a little bit better and look a little bit more like beads, because that's the look that I'm going for. So if it's looking like beads, I've done my job properly. That's awesome. So when I say it's a 3-wrap French knot, it means that I'm wrapping around the needle 3 times. I think I will put white in here with these ones. So I pull it through and then I wrap it around 3 times. Was that 3? 1, 2, 3. And it makes it just stand up a little bit more. If I wanted it a little bit more finer, I'd do less wrapping. So yeah. I feel a little hungover. So yeah, the bluebird's tummy, it looks like it has beads on it. And I watched it here on Crave and I feel a little hungover. Yeah, well, when you're emotional like that, especially that sort of content, it can get a little bit emotional and make you feel a little bit hungover for sure. Right. And now we'll do some running stitch on this. And go around the outside. I was talking to Chrissy the other day, Chrissy Stitches and Reads, who we often see on the channels. I think I have been trying to do too much all at the same time. Yeah, that can happen. That we want to do so much stuff and then we start to burn ourselves out. So I have to remind myself of that all the time. You need to slow down. There's plenty, you've got time. Just space yourself out. That's why I only work on this once a week. That I just, it's going to take me as long as it takes me. I work on it once a week. And I enjoy it that way. I do, however, want to pick up my cross stitch that I want to get finished by the end of September. I want to pick up that a little bit more. So at least get some stitches into that each day. So I'm sort of trying to, in the mornings, read my pages that I need to read and then basically do half an hour of stitching to an hour of stitching. The problem is it's cold, and when it's cold, I am not a huge fan of being out here, so that does not help matters at all either. Oh, what do I do that for? I will just get that for you because I did this late last night and I forgot to put the description underneath. So yeah, I do have a Facebook group. It's called DD's Quilting, Crafting and Reading Group. So you can talk about books and stuff there. Not many people do, but it's a private group. But let me just get you the link for that. There are some questions that are asked to get access to it. You need to you do need to answer those. They're nothing nefarious on that. So yeah. All right. I have gotten really positive feedback on my resume. I feel like I'm close to something, but I don't want to jinx it yet. That's fair. That's fair on that. And Char is asking if I have a Facebook group and what country am I from. I am from Australia, so all of my videos go out in your nighttime if you're in the US or Europe. and the day before generally. So if you're watching from Europe, it's probably pretty late for you right now. Be getting close to midnight sort of thing. If you're in the US, it's around 6:30, 7:30, depending where you are in the US on Friday night. So yeah. Hey, welcome on in, Maria. Thank you so much for being here. It's first time a viewer and new to stitching. Nice. This is just a friendly get together where we make some progress on our projects, and I am working on the Birdsville cushion, which is by Wendy Williams, and you can find the flyingfishkits.com is where you'll be able to find the pattern for what I'm working on that. But welcome on in. Thank you so much for being here. Be sure to hit that like button and maybe give me a subscribe as well. I've got lots of stuff on the channel for you to learn from, stitching. We do live streams, all that sort of stuff. No worries, not a problem. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. We're all friends here. We're all a friendly group. And everybody will obviously say hello and everything as you pop in and leave a comment. Let me know what you're working on as well, because we love to hear it. We love to be enabled. We're a bit like that around here. We love to find new things and all that sort of everything that goes with that, new designers and all that sort of thing. I was going to add the link, but I don't think I have permission. Yeah, you're anyway, I've got it here. There we go. You're in the group, aren't you? That is my Facebook group there. That, so not a lot happens in the Facebook group, more people on Instagram and stuff like that, but if you want to share your projects or anything like that, we're all keen to see what you're doing and all that sort of thing. So yeah, and as I said, I am from Australia. Yeah, there we go. Hello, Marion. Yeah, I'm really far away from my computer, so I can't actually see the names very clearly. Thank you, Chantel, for putting the actual name up on there. Slightly wet the needle and it will help with the threading. Yeah, the problem is I'm using it works really well. That works really well for Cosmo Lecithin, Lecithin Cosmo threads, whatever they are, and DMC, but I'm using a CXC thread, which is quite thick. So it's a little bit thicker and a little bit fluffier than the DMC and the Cosmo thread, so it does get a little bit tricky to try and thread it without a needle threader. But DMC, yeah, that definitely works straight away. It makes it so much easier. And I'm also got really bad glasses on at the moment because I haven't been able to go to the optometrist to get my new reading glasses and whatnot, because I don't actually need them to see and walk around with, but for close-up work and everything I do and reading. So yeah. And if there's anything else you want to know, thanks, Chantel. I was looking at it, I'm like, I can't even make out that name. That is terrible. I need to get new glasses. So yeah. Put your thread on an angle. Yeah, and if you cut it on a 45-degree angle too, it works really well. So yeah. But thank you very much for the tips. I appreciate it. What are you working on today, Char? Let me know. And I hope you don't mind me calling you Char. It just makes it a little bit easier from your handle there to let me know. If you would like to be called anything else, just let us know in the comments, and we will refer to you by your chosen name that you wish to go by. I still have all the eyes also to do on this, but I don't have much black left. I was looking the other day. So I've got to make sure that I've got enough black to do their eyes of the birds as well. All right. Another thing I don't do is end my threads, so I don't flip my work over while I'm doing a live stream either. So I'll just do waste threads, and I sort them out later. That's what all these little threads you can see hanging around. I don't know if I want that one. I think I will. Oh, it's so cold. It's so chilly today. Brendan better have the heater on. So yeah. Yeah, it should show up correctly. That if you share it, and because you're also a moderator, Jean, so you should be able to do it. I mean, not in the Facebook group, but here on YouTube, so it should be able to come up for you without a problem. Marion is asking, do you cross stitch in your live streams? Yes, I do. I found what to share. Woohoo! Go, Jean. So yeah, I do a cross stitch in my live streams. I am working on a project at the moment called Humming of Bees, and let me just get that for you. Move that over there. And so you can see that here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but anyway, it's not the correct angle for the cross stitch. But yeah, I'm slowly but surely working on this. I'm trying to get this project finished by the end of September. Chrissy and I are endeavoring to do that. It is by Blackbird Designs, that one. Let me just, I'll get a picture. It's a bit easier for you to see it then. So I have just about finished this section up here. I've done all of this section here to the bottom of page 1, and I'm to the top of the windows in the house. So I'm just finishing off this border here. And I've just got the border across the top, and I've stitched down. Excuse me, sorry, my voice is very croaky because I haven't been well. So yes, I do cross stitch live streams from time to time. I definitely on Thursday, Wednesday evening, if you're in the US, I do that, and the colors are stunning. Like, these are the colors that I'm using, beautiful colors. So yeah, but that's Humming of the Bees, and I'm doing it on a similar sort of fabric, except I created the fabric myself. And it's going to be stunning once it's done. So I'm aiming for the end of September. A couple of friends and I did this. And yeah, so, well, is it beginner friendly? I would say yes, because it's repetition. And so you're doing the border, which is quite repetitious. I've still got to put the flower heads on it. So you can see I've started putting the flower heads on it. But you're doing the alphabet, which is very straightforward. And then you've got another repeat. So if you look at samplers, a lot of the samplers were done, like especially the Bristol samplers, which are done in red. They were done by young children. Okay, so it is a way to teach you how to stitch and to do different stitches and all that sort of thing. But this is very, like you've got the alphabet and you've got numbers. So these go quickly, as well as teaching you how to cross stitch as well. I am not a fanatical person about my backs. I stitch for the joy of stitching. I'm not entering anything into shows or anything like that. But as I said, it's very repetitious. Like, you've got these borders. You're counting the same number each time. The alphabet is always really easy to do as well. Like, it's not overly complicated. So yeah, when I started stitching, one of my first pieces was in the samplers was Cinnamon Stars, was one of the first ones I've done. And I also did a Laurie Holt one, which was the Quilter's Cottage through the Fat Quarter Shop. So you can see, like, these little motifs, like, it's just one little bit there, and then you've got to count over, and then you do the next one. The house is repetitive as well. So yeah, it's just, you've got a pattern there, and you're doing that pattern. This is similar. You've got a lot of color changes and stuff like that, but I've got videos here on the channel that show you how to do that, like to do pin stitch and all that sort of thing. So you should be okay to do that. And there's lots of people out there that will help you get along. So yeah, it is a bigger project. So if you're only just starting out, my suggestion would be to just make sure that it is something that you want to do, and maybe get a smaller piece to begin with. But yes, I do cross stitch on my live streams for sure. Generally on a Thursday, which will be your Wednesday, but sometimes I'll mix it up on that because it's called Maker's Quest, and that's a year-long crafting event that we're doing across many different channels here on the in Crafty space and also in the BookTube space. where we're doing a lot of crafting, and we have dedicated videos to that. And then basically we got threads everywhere. We're just basically making progress, and we're not going for perfection. We're not going for any of that. We're just making progress on our whips and stuff. So yeah, there'll be lots of times that you'll see that piece come out. In August, I am actually going to be diamond painting. I've got a massive diamond painting that I am doing, and so I'm going to be doing a lot of diamond painting. I'm going to try and do 30 days of diamond painting, where I am live streaming and here for several hours to get it done, because it's almost a meter, which is a little over 3 feet by 2 feet, I think it is, or 76. It's actually it's probably close to 3 feet, about 2.5 feet in size. So it's massive, and that's 99.7 centimeters by 76 centimeters on that. So found a share. Nice, awesome. I think I want to put together a granny square blanket, but I feel like I should be filming it. Well, then film it. Set up your camera and film. Go for it, Jean. You've been talking about it for a while. Go for it. Jump the gun. Go. On your marks, get set, go. Thank you so much, Marianne. I appreciate that. As I said, it's a lot of repetition, but I would start with something smaller if you haven't already done so. And just make sure that you like cross stitch, because it is a big commitment. It is a big like thread commitment. It's a big time commitment as well. So yeah, but it is beautiful, and there are some beautiful works out there as well. Chrissy, were your ears burning? Because I was just talking about you. So yeah, I just said that you and I are trying to get Humming of the Bees done by the end of September. That. So I was just curious, were your ears burning? That's funny. Speak of the devil and the devil will appear was what my nonna used to always say. Quite often she was referring to me, but anyway. So yeah. Hang on a sec, I just got to mute. For this afternoon. Okay, cool. No worries. Have a good day. Yeah, if you do whites, go into my room. On the little table thing in front of my mirror, there's a white t-shirt that needs to be washed. Okay, cool. So you do whites. Okay. Thank you. Cool. Can I put that in the dryer? Oh yeah, that's fine in the dryer. Okay, cool, because I'm going to dry my stuff. Yeah. All right. Love you. Have a good day. I'll see you on Monday night. Yeah, and look out when you walk out here, because there's like a bird. Yeah, no, I've seen that. Anyway, good morning, Chrissy. How are you today? What's happening? A bit late. We'll catch up on the first bit later. No worries. I am working on Humming of the Bees and trying to finish off all of the bricks. Yes, I had to order more thread in for the bricks on that project. But I have that now, so I can continue on. But I'm finishing off the top before I move the Q-snap on that. So it will make an appearance this week. I'll get some stitches into it for sure. That. So all right, do you reckon I could get some points for the GS readathon for this, because it's very rainbowy? I reckon I could get some points. So yeah, all right, get that through. All right, I'm going to do some more French knots. Just in here, put some white ones in. We also have Melissa here as well. Welcome on in, Melissa. Thank you for being here. The devil is here. Savannah, yes, it was Savannah. I don't have the other camera up, as I said. It looked a little bit hazy. So yeah, I wouldn't see why not. Yeah. Yeah, she's going off to work. And I'm not here this weekend. I'm going over to Brendan's place for the weekend, and so yeah, so she's like, well, I see you. She'll see me tomorrow. She comes over for dinner. So yeah, I normally have a second camera up so you can see my face, but as I said, my little camera, I think I'm going to have to go and get another different camera. That one's pretty old. It must, I mean, obviously it was really cold out here last night, and it's got a little bit of like fogginess over the lens. So I'm like, that's going to make it look really smoky and like it's dirty. So I just thought I won't worry about it today. And we're here for slow stitching, so you don't really need to see my face. That to do this, you're here for the stitching, not my face. Right. So yeah, I am just trying to work out my time schedule for all the things that I've got coming up at the end of this month and also into August. So I'm trying to organize my time schedule because I want to fit in some stitching in the morning. And I think the best, and as the weather warms, like we've just had a turn of the sun. We've just had the winter solstice. So the days are getting longer. So it also means that our days will start to warm up. I have a very short winter here. So we'll have things starting to flower in the next couple of weeks. Like I usually know when spring is here. Has started because I've got a heritage rose out the front, and it flowers as soon as the weather's going to turn. It flowers, and of course, when the weather turns the other way, it also drops all its leaves and stuff like that. That looks better, right? With the white in there, I think that just added a little bit of zhuzh to it, right? So yeah, so this is supposed to have some small bright green. I don't know if you can see that. Is it going to focus, Linda? Bright green little balls of felt, like circles of felt on it. I don't know if I want that on there. So I'm just leaving, and so, same as the other birds, I'm just sort of leaving the wings at the moment. So I still have to stitch this one down with running stitch. But I think that having these here, they look like little beads. But I may end up putting a couple of little circles on this one, I think. And same with this one, just little small ones. And then some, I don't know, wispy bits around it maybe. I don't know. So, yeah. Lady's also here. Hello, hello. Welcome on in, lady. Currently working on a puzzle and eating pizza. Oh, what a great way to spend a Friday night. Awesome. Christina's also here as well, just lurking because I'm watching Love Victor with Kiani. Nice. That's awesome. How's it going? All the watch parties are cranking up and all the rest of it. So yeah, that's awesome. I am obviously over here crafting. So yeah, anyway. All right, let's move on to the flower. So I'm going to move that up just a touch. Probably should not try and talk but they look good. A couple of little white ones in there that just brought it out, right? I think I like the birds with the rather than have the circles of felt on which makes it look a little crowded, I think. So yeah. So Monica has a really good question. How would you get the circles onto the wing, Nicole? Would you have to hand cut them? Yes, everything on this has been hand cut. So I was able to trace a few of the birds out and whatnot. We got pattern pieces with it, and so I was able to, trace out and I just hand cut them. So it's upside down. But these are the little circles that are going to go into the smaller garden. So you can see how small they are. So these little ones here, where's my birds? So you can see here that they are just little circles. So they're very tiny that I've got to put on there. And then, so that one that I'm just working on now, it's got the French knots there, which I thought it didn't. But anyway, it has the French knots on there. And as you can see, a lot of the birds have got the French knots. But this one here, I've just left with French knots, and I am not putting the felts on this one because the bird's too small and it looks overcrowded. So the one that I'm working on now is supposed to have, which is this one here, is supposed to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and one on the tail as well. So what I'm thinking of doing is not doing that. So I changed it. Instead of just having the whip stitch, I've changed it to have the running stitch around it so I can get rid of that one. I can put some French knots on the tail, which is possible to do. but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet. But I still have enough room there if I want to put this little piece on there, and that'll depend. But fitting 10 in this wing, let me just bring it down a bit. So this is the bird, this is the pattern, right? I've cut it to the size that it's supposed to be and everything. But to actually have 10 of these little felt pieces in there, I don't think I want to do that. So what I'm thinking of doing is eliminating that and just doing crosses like what are there, because they were going to be on the felt pieces, and then fill it with do crosses and French knots. So that's what I'm thinking of doing in that section there. I really don't like the idea of messing around with tiny little balls, like little circles, all the time, considering how many I have to do down the bottom. So if you remember down the bottom, we've got this garden that goes all the way across. So I'm in two minds about whether I'm going to do all of them as little circles. The bigger ones I will probably do, but then some of the little ones I'm thinking of doing, like, instead of just having circles, I'm actually thinking of doing clusters of French knots in a circle. Does that make sense? So yeah, so that's what I'm thinking of doing. So as I'm doing this top part, I'm sort of playing around with everything, and I think it looks really nice when we've got all these other little bits and pieces. Like this is supposed to have a lazy daisy, but I put French knots in it. This could probably do with a few more, maybe some white French knots in it. This one's got a lazy daisy and no French knots and just long stitches, and and I'm just mixing it up. And then I've got one over here that has French knots and a lazy daisy in it. Not that you can see the French knots on camera. Maybe if I come up a little bit closer, there you go. On that, it's very whimsical. I'm just sort of playing by ear with it and just having fun with it. So, but I think 10 circles of felt on top of this, it's a lot. That's a lot. So I think I could use a hole puncher, but it gets caught. I did try that. I did try that. But it just kept getting caught because it's wool and it just frayed apart. So, and because everything else is not symmetrical either, Marie, I think that would probably look a little bit off. But I think if I do cross stitches like that are on this, and there's nothing stopping me from doing back stitch around the crosses either to create the circles. I think it'll be fine on that. So, and like this one here also, which is over the other side, also has some of those circles on it. And again, I'm thinking that I'm just maybe even some small lazy daisies, like something along those lines. It is a lot. But however, I do have a lot of scrap that I can use to make the little circles, because they just have to be whimsical, right? They don't have to be symmetrical or anything like that. So, I mean, the jury's still out yet, but I think on that, like 10 pieces on there is just way too much. Your project definitely supporting our rainbow family for sure, right? That is. Yeah, teeny circles. Oh, poor hands. I have really sharp scissors, so basically I just hold the scissors in a spot and then I move the felt as opposed to moving my hands on that. But I have tried a hole punch before. He's not great, but it is a very good suggestion. It does work for other types of felt for sure, but wool felt, yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm like, wow, that is a lot for those little spaces. And that's why I'm like, I'm rethinking it. And a pattern is just a guideline with this. It's free form essentially. So I can make it to whatever I want it to make it, right? And so that's what I'm now in the process of doing. I'm changing out because the flowers didn't have all this on it. They just had the crosses. Let me just have a look. They had, so this is this one here with the crosses. That's all it had on it was the crosses and the French knots. That's it around the outside. That's it. So I've added some French knots. They were already there. These were supposed to have more French knots in it, but I've added the French knots out. I've got the cross, and then I've got a little purple stitch there, and then I've got a little yellow stitch coming off the flower. So let me bring that up a little closer because the colors aren't catching up on there. So you can see I've got little stitches, so it builds it out a little bit, same as this one, and it just makes the flower look a little bit fuller. Because it seemed like it was really sparse. I buggered up the colors on this one. I'm not happy with that one, but I'm leaving it. And then I've got a zigzag one where, nothing is perfect in nature. So I like the whimsicalness of this. So yeah. So, and I just think it's, I just think that I'm making it mine now. I love this one over here, this orange one. Like, it just looks so full, right? And it's just so fluffy. And even these little ones down here look really good too. Although that Lazy Daisy looks like it's been hit by a truck. So yeah, but so I'm just making it my own, and I like doing that. I really like just thinking about how I'm going to do it and what I'm going to do with it. And yeah, I think that like just being creative with it is the key, I think, with this project, and just letting your imagination go and go with the flow and everything. So yeah, I agree, Nicole. That does sound much better to do. Yeah, I think so too. Like, I just thought, like, that is a lot for a little space. And the more I looked at it, I'm like, I can't do that. Charles says, my name is perfect. I've been making several types of bags. Nice. Just finished a bag and a crochet hook holder for one of my granddaughters. Nice. Getting ready to sew a few more handkerchief, purses, and bags. That in the high 90s. Yes, I know it's been very hot and humid over there for you guys. That it's been very cold here. We have got to 15 degrees. We're slowly creeping up, but I'm just looking outside. It's looking very cloudy as well. So I don't know how much of this warmth we're going to get to keep, unfortunately. All right, now I have done a pink before, and what colors did I do on that? Pink and green. I think I will go with that. The yellow, which I had in my hand just a moment ago. Aha, there it is. I knew I had it. Oh no, that was the one that I was supposed to throw away last week. It got all tangled and knotty. That's right. All right. So I did, I've got another pink one on here that I did yellow on it, and it looked very striking. So I'm going to go with that again. The only thing I hate about the cold is that my hands get really dry and sore. No, so yeah. But yeah, I have seen that it's very hot over there for you guys. Oh, that's terrible. Marie's like, I'm in the heat, not the cold. Thanks, Marie. Thanks for the support. So yeah, it's not looking great for a warm day today. And for those that don't know, I actually live in a climate that is quite hot in summer, and basically, so when the cold comes, it's a little bit of a shock to the system. We get a little bit chilly here on that. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Marie. I appreciate that. Right, you did make those flowers look great. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've done the bottom ones how they were supposed to be done. I don't know if I can bring it up. Let me just see if I can get it on camera. So I did the bottom ones sort of how the pattern said to do it. Let me bring it over a bit. So I've got these ones down the bottom. This is at the bottom of the tree, and it's wrapped up in the Q-snap. So I did it, but see, in comparison, they just look flat, right? So I've still got to finish this one. And I sort of just stopped and went, you know what? Something needs to be more on this. Like, I know that there's some French knots that have got to go on here. When I was doing these, I was doing them in hand. I don't recommend that. That's why there's no French knots on them yet. But I think once I add all the little bits and pieces around the outside, like, they look great. They're fine. There's nothing actually wrong with them. But in comparison to these ones over here, they just look a little flat, right? So yeah, just adding that little bit of a zhuzh to the flower, I think they turned out really good. And I appreciate the compliment as well, Marie. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, I've created more work for myself, and it means that the project's going to take longer, but I think I'm going to be a lot more happier with the end product, because it's something that I'm going to be looking at on my wall quite a lot. So yeah, so I want to make sure that it is something that I definitely want to look at. So yeah. So with this one, we're going to do long and short. So let me get it into frame for you. So we're going to go around and do long and short stitching. So, and probably every 1/8 of an inch all the way around. There'll be French knots with this as well. And I don't worry if they all match. Sometimes they don't match in size, and I like that. Because as I said, this is very whimsical in my opinion, and I like that aspect of it, that not everything is perfectly symmetrical, perfectly placed, or anything like that. So we go a little bit longer on those stitches. Someone's getting some concrete poured by the sounds of it up the road. So this sort of reminds me of a gum tree here in Australia. So and the flowers on a gum tree are really fluffy, and that's the sort of thing that I was going for, that I wanted it a little bit fluffier, to have that fluffy look. So yeah, so that's why I ended up doing all the things around it. So yeah, I love Caterpillar cross stitch stuff. I've got a couple of theirs. I don't have the piece here anymore. Do I? I think Mia took it home with her. I did the autumn tree that they had, and I have started I finished the stocking, the Christmas stocking that they had, because I did a lot of their stitch alongs a few years ago, and I've got all the trees as well that they did, but I haven't stitched them all on that. I think I've got the Christmas one, the winter one on the go, in my whip pile. I haven't worked on it for a while, but I do love Caterpillar cross stitch stuff. They're great. And I've got a couple of their needle minders and stuff as well. So yeah. This is so nice and whimsical. It reminds me of the Caterpillar cross stitch that you did with the forest animals. Yeah, that was the tree. I don't remember the name of it. I don't remember the name of it either. I think it was just it was their stitch along on Instagram, I think. It was how I came across it. And it was a tree that had it had pumpkins down the bottom, I think it did, down the bottom of the base, and then it had all the little animals and leaves and little motifs up in the tree. So you've been around for a while, Marie. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you. Yes, you're in Belarus. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Wow, you're like one of the OG people. Oh my goodness, you've been here for so long. Thank you. I'm so glad that you're still here. That's amazing. And so it's hard because of YouTube, when they changed everybody's from their name to their handle, it's hard to keep track of who's, like I had another original OG subscriber pop in last week, and we've been great friends and stuff in private messages and everything. We bonded over my vintage sewing machine, and she's been around for a long time, and she popped in, but I wasn't sure whether it was her or not because of the handles. And I'm like, oh my God, is that you, Sarah? And it was. So so thank you for being here for so long and supporting the channel by coming and watching and everything. That's so appreciative, and so amazing of you. Thank you so much, because I wouldn't have a channel without people such as yourself sticking around and watching what I get up to and being through the ups and downs of the channel and all that sort of stuff, and life be lifing and whatnot. So thank you so much, Marie. I appreciate that. Yeah, it truly makes it uniquely your own then. Yeah, I agree. I am a great advocate of supporting pattern creators and everything like that and whatnot, but I'm also a huge advocate of making the pieces your own. They are essentially just a guideline. Like, yes, you can do it exactly the same if that's what you want to do, but if you're feeling creative and you want to make it your own, just go for it. I am 100%, as a pattern designer myself, I am 100% sure I'm not going to get upset if you try to make it your own. That's wonderful. You're tapping into your creative juices and you're just making it uniquely your own, as Marie said. That's the one, the autumn tree. Yeah, I loved it too, and so did Mia. She absolutely, because I ended up stitching that for Mia, and she loves it. I'm pretty sure she took it with her when she went back home to her mum. That, but it possibly could be still hanging on the wall because Savannah also likes it as well. So, and she's got Mia's old room as a lounge room now because she's just moved back home from uni. So yeah, so it's possible it's on the wall in there. On that, but it's yeah, it turned out so well after all the counting errors because that was when I first sort of started. I made so many mistakes, but I was able to fix it and make it my own. I counted the pumpkins wrong, so I ended up drawing the pumpkins in. Like, it was a schmozzle because I used to do that on I think I used to do that on a live stream. I'm pretty sure. On that, I've done a few of the caterpillar cross stitch ones. On that, I'll have to get my whip journal out and see which ones I've done because you're saying there it wasn't the autumn tree; it had animals and an owl on it. Oh, what was that one? I'll have to go back and have a look through my videos. That's a good thing about having the video logs of what I've done. Because I know I did the tree and I know I did the Santa one. Where's that? Let me just get that there. Yeah, I'm making all the old lady noises in the background here because I'm trying to get stuff out of the storage spot. Just trying to think what it was because I did that years ago. Come on. I don't think I know I finished it. I remember the autumn tree too. You did have other trees. Yeah, I had the Christmas one. I had the Christmas one going. What else did I have? I'm just seeing so that's a stocking one that I did. So there's the stocking one. It's not finished yet. I still don't know how I'm going to finish this yet. I know I didn't want it as a I'm thinking that I'm actually going to do it as a wall hanging, but not the banner style wall hanging. So that is, I love my little gingerbread. So that is that one. I don't have any other trees in here, so I definitely haven't finished anything. I'll have to go hunting for that, Marie, and see what one it was. But I'm pretty sure there was a bird, like there was animals. There was a little deer down the bottom on that. So yeah, I can't remember what it was. It wasn't the autumn tree. Chrissy's like, I remember your autumn tree too. You did have the other trees. So yeah, freestyle is always best one. I know that with that one, I had to draw the pumpkins in and then I just filled the pumpkins in. I love you, Nicole. Thank you. You're a great inspiration. I don't enter any giveaways anymore because I'm the US coast too, so too much to send. Yeah, it is. And I stopped doing giveaways and whatnot. Yes, they are. They are just a suggestion. Freestyle is always the best. I agree. I totally agree with that. I love it when, like, sometimes I just want to stitch what they've got. What they've put down, I just want to stitch that and and be done with it. I just want to follow along the pattern and all the rest of it. But then when I get projects like this where it's whimsical and it's creative and you can add stuff to it, and as I said, yeah, I've added extra work for myself, but I think the payoff in the end is going to be absolutely phenomenal. And this is not the only one I have from this designer either. I also have the Around the Garden as well, which is a mammoth project. And I'm in the tree part of that as well. So, but I'm not going to touch that again until I'm finished this. And then I'll have to save up for my frame for it because it's not going to be a cheap frame. But considering how much work I've put into it, I don't think it should have a cheap frame, right? So yeah. Just making sure that I am. Oh, that went a bit skew-if. Oh well. I really like the fact that I can just, that went a bit skew-if. That's okay. It doesn't matter. It's like you won't even notice it by the time I'm finished doing all the flower. So. And I keep missing leaves. Like the amount of leaves. I'm like, right, I've done all the leaves. Oh, no, I have not. No, we have not finished the leaves yet, Nicole. Nice thinking that you have, but no, you have not. Which I find hilarious. I do it all the time. Even in diamond painting, I do exactly the same thing. I think that I've finished and then, oh, no, I haven't. All right, so I'm going to leave that there and snip that off and pop that over here. And I'm going to get a green, pale green for this one. And I'm going to probably do a lazy daisy in this with some French knots, I think. Yeah, I think I did give it to her when she went back to her mum when I finished it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It was in her room for a bit because I did finish it, like fully finish it. So I'm pretty sure that it's with her on that. So I'll have to, I'll go and have a look in her room because like all her stuff's still up on the wall. But yeah, I'll have to see. If it's not here, then she's got it definitely. So yeah. I have finished stuff over the years and just not done anything with them, but those ones were for her. What's going on? I'm struggling today to get thread to come out. Just want to pull a thread. That's all I want to do. But apparently not. All right. Looking forward to having some breakfast a bit later. I usually have a late breakfast on the weekend. I'm going to have eggs on toast with avocado. Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it. All right. I'm glad they started late up there because normally they start at like 7:30 in the morning. It's actually, I don't know whether you'll hear it because I've got the background noise reducer on. But there's someone getting some concrete poured up the road and the machinery is so noisy. I'm like, oh, thank God they didn't start that at 7 o'clock this morning. Yeah. Yes, and we always are able to change the color and the fabrics too. Yes. So I started making my own fabrics. And like when I first started, I just sort of would use the called for color, white, Ada, or even weave, or whatever the case may be. But then I started hand dyeing my own fabric. So a lot of my projects now have fabric that I have hand dyed, because I also started selling it as well. So the piece that I showed before, that is a hand dyed piece for in my color range that I sell, which is called Sand. And now I've got the big box of stuff on it. And so it's very similar to, so you can see it's like a sandy color. And it's got some mottling, but it doesn't pick up. You can probably see it a bit clearer there. It's got some mottling in it, very subtle. But when it's opened up, it's a little bit lighter than this one. I didn't want to go as dark as this one because some of the colors were very close to the fabric. So you can see here, like they are picking up on this fabric quite nicely. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I've got all other colors and everything. A lot of my Halloween stuff is on a orange fabric that I did. So yeah. I'm having a chuckle, yeah. I love it when we can laugh at ourselves out loud. Even, yeah. I do all sorts of weird stuff. Like I'm constantly laughing at myself. So yeah. I'm happy to give myself have a little chuckle at myself because yeah, I am not perfect, not by a long shot. I thought it was hilarious. Every time like I'd be on a live stream, I would make mistakes and whatnot. So it's quite funny. My other one that I was doing on a live stream, which was Halloween Quaker, and I made a huge mistake in that. I still have not frogged that out. That is still sitting there waiting. It's so close to a finish. I finished everything else, but I have to frog those cats out. and make some adjustments and whatnot. I just like, it's like I've put it in the naughty corner and that's where it's staying. But I do have to get it out and get it finished, because that'll be a massive project. That's another one that I want to actually frame with a nice wooden frame as well. I'm going to have to get a second and third job just for the framing. And I ended up retiring some of my Heaven and Earths that I had started. I'm almost across the top of the Red Dragon piece that I'm doing. I think I've got about 8,000 stitches left, and then I'm finished the first 5 pages of that. But again, that's one that I'll need to set up, and I'll probably set it up out here on my floor frame and then just get some stitches into that whenever I can. And I've also still got Autumn Queen that I've only done 1 page in, and it's got like 20 pages, and it's a Max Colors. So I'm glad that you can't hear it, because it is quite loud. And they didn't start early this morning, thankfully. That some of the people around here get them to start really early, and it's just so loud, the machinery. So yeah, I'm glad that it's not coming through, because there's no. That's awesome. Thanks for letting me know, Marie. I appreciate that. So this looks like a yellow that I'm doing as well, but it's actually not. It's actually a very pale green, and it looks a lot greener in person than it does on camera. So I'm just going around and making this have a little bit of dimension. And then I'm going to put a Lazy Daisy in the center, and then probably some French knots around it. I'm sort of alternating. So I'll do a Lazy Daisy, French knots, Lazy Daisy, French knots is what I'm sort of doing. So yeah, very pretty. Thank you. It's looking great. Thank you so much, Marie. I appreciate that. Thank you for all the compliments. You're making a girl blush over here. But thank you. I appreciate it. I can't wait to have it done. And then to get because then I've got a quilt as well, which has, by the same designer, so it's the same sort of style, but it has 4 quadrants for the seasons, and it's called Round the Garden. And so I think that when that will end up being a quilt for sure. And then the cats will be banished from my bedroom. They are now anyway, because they get up to mischief in there. So yeah. Now, this is where my Lazy Daisies are a little bit much to be desired, and probably should be, I don't know what they should be, but anyway, they should be daisies, but they never quite look like daisies. So yeah, I'm still trying to master those, and I'm not having much luck with them. But I'm sure I will get better as time goes on. It was funny the other day, I was with Chrissy that is here in the comments. I was talking to Chrissy in private chat, and Down the Garden, is it called, Chrissy? Is a project that I also have on the go, and I completely forgot about it until Chrissy mentioned it, and I'm like, oops. So yeah. Very pretty. It looks great. Thank you, Maria. Appreciate all the comments. I remember that one too. I know, right? You have been around for a while. You know all of my whips, I'm sure. To be fair, I haven't started any new cross stitch whips for a while. I have just been, like any new patterns, I have just been there's a couple that were started just after I stopped doing floss tube, but there's not been any massive starts or anything like that. I've just been trying to work on the stuff that I've got. And Gail is going to help me go through my my whips, and when we can, she's away at the moment, I believe. So yeah, I am going to get Gail to help me be ruthless on a Zoom call and get rid of the stuff that no longer brings me joy. So hopefully I can do a little bit of culling, and because I think I've got about 40 whips right now. A lot of them are smaller whips as well, so they're not overly big, so I could very much get some stuff done. I've got some there that are some of my first pieces that I started, but I have not finished them. I think this is my best Lazy Daisy yet. Oh my God. Maybe the key is to be chatting away with my Lazy Daisies. I don't know. What is going on? It's still wonky, but I don't know. It's looking good. It's the best one I've done yet. Look at that. That is so good. That is so good. Oh my goodness. I finally got one that looks like not roadkill. I'm not. Still wonky, but better, right? It's all a journey, right? It is all a journey on that. So yeah. Affordably Crafty, hello, welcome on in. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you stopping by. What are you working on today? Where are you watching from as well? Let us know. And do you want to be called by a particular name, or are you happy to go by Crafty? Or I think Crafty is better. Day 7 is complete. Yay! I've got a video to watch when I'm finished. Marie says, hi, Affordable Crafty. I have heard of you from Jennifer of Cinnamon Stitches. Well, there you go. Oh, awesome. Hi, Marie. Jen is so kind. I'm pretty sure I've watched Jen as well. So, yeah, I did subscribe to you also off her. You're awesome. Nice. She's so sweet. There's some sweet people out there for sure. Thanks, Marie. Any videos you particularly enjoyed? Kim, welcome on in, Kim. That's a little bit better than just Crafty. And I'm Nicole, in case you're wondering, which it's in my name anyway on the thing, on the banner and whatnot. But yeah, I struggle with Lazy Daisies, and I feel like I finally got one. Oh, dearie me. So bad. But anyway, it's all a journey, right? I was watching you doing that, being like, ooh, that's so cute. And I'm thinking, oh, that's so bad. See, it's all in perception, right? On that, Lazy Daisies are probably the one thing that I really struggle with, right? So yeah, so like some of them have been a little bit train wrecky. Sorry about my nose, everybody. That not been well this week. So it's very annoying when you're trying to talk and do things. So yeah, but I'm so excited. I got one to do. So yeah. So Kim from Massachusetts, welcome on in, Kim. I'm from Australia, in case you didn't notice from my accent, but I'm from Australia. I'll have to come over, and I don't think I've seen your channel though on that, so I'm going to have to come over and check out your channel. If one of my mods could drop the link in there, I can come back and find it a bit later. That'd be great. I was watching some of the sale yarn videos, but still need to binge some more. We'll probably watch some more tonight. Nice. Oh, thank you, Kim. I will remember your name now. That's nice. That's awesome. I love it when we build our community. So Cream is saying, I mostly crochet, but like all crafters, I dabble in many. Yes, I started out I've been crafting some shape or form since I was about 7 or 8 years old. And so, yeah, I dabble in a lot. A lot. I am a multi-crafter, and that's why I have all of the different crafts that I do on my banner, because I am a multi-crafter. Does that confuse the hell out of YouTube? Yes, it does. So yeah. There's not much I can do about that, because I do dabble in a lot of stuff. And I like that I dabble in a lot of stuff, because it gives me the opportunity to appease my creativity side, and be a lot more creative and all that sort of thing. I am thinking of adding a couple of extra crafts in. which I probably don't need, but hey, I'm excited. I'm still collecting supplies and stuff at the moment. So yeah. I dabble in a lot of stuff: cross stitch, embroidery, quilting, sewing, crochet. I can knit, but I haven't done any garments or anything yet. I've just made blankets with just plain knitting. And yeah. All right. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come through. Thank you very much. There we go. I like the center of that. What do we reckon? Does that look all right? I'm liking the center. I don't think I'm going to add any more to that center, but I am going to add more to the outside of the flower. So I'm going to bring in some pink in here to match. And probably do some more short stitches as well, and some more French knots around the outside. That the angle's not the great where I'm at the moment, because my stand is being not nice today, not playing nice. I'm not sure what that's for. I know. How excited do I get over a lazy day? At least it doesn't look like roadkill. And when I say roadkill, let me show you one that looks like roadkill. That one. Like, oh my goodness, it's raised. It's still okay, but it's so bad. And this one down here, oh my God, I don't even know what happened to this one. But yeah, it had a moment, that's for sure. If I was a mod, oh, sorry. You should be now. Let me just get to YouTube and I'll rectify that. Right this moment on that. So my computer's like, it's so far away that I can't reach it to type. So I've got to do everything by mouse, and it's a little bit tricky at times. So yeah. All right. Oh, that went to start. That's weird. All right. So let me just get in here. I'm still streaming, right? It didn't end, did it? Yeah. I was thinking, what's going on? Spooky Library is Chantel, and Chantel crochets as well. Chantel has a series at the moment on her channel called The Ruler, and where they have all the colors in their in a jar that they pick out, and they then roll the dice, and basically from that. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Hang on. I've just got to change accounts because I have my BookTube account as well, and I'm in that at the moment. So let me just switch, and then I can make you a mod. Oh my goodness, I haven't checked my subscribers for so long on here, and I am currently sitting at 41,510 subscribers. Oh, guys, that's so awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, come on. All right, add as moderator. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. So you should be a moderator now. You should have a wrench on that. Sorry, I'm actually at 40. I can't read, evidently. It's it is 41,518 subscribers. Not 10. Sorry that those 8 people that subscribed in the last week. I'm so sorry. I just rode you off then. That was a bit rude. But anyway, there you go. So yeah, you got a wrench now. Awesome. Yeah, I also do a kind of fall into the YouTube abyss. Yeah, what exactly is the channel? Yeah, it's hard going to grow your channel that when you fall into that category. So yeah, I love thrifting, using vintage and unusual materials in my crafts with my kids. Nice. Can you share the affordable Kim's channel for me, please? That would be great. Thank you so much. And you can also share your own now too as well. It's lovely. Just subscribed. That's because you're awesome. Thank you. Just finished today's episode of Love Victor. Nice. How was it? This is Kim's channel. You can go and check that out. I love watching people thrift. I've got a series that I'm going to be happening over my summer, which will be using my scrap bin to make different things, everything that you can think of. I'm just going to be, and I'm probably going to do like tutorials as well using the scraps and whatnot. So I've got so many scraps. So yeah. You're too hard on yourself. Yeah, but when you've been trying to perfect it for so long, look, we're just going to gaze upon that beauty right now. Like, at least it looks like a daisy. And it doesn't look like it's been run over. So yeah. Chantel just subscribed. Do you watch Alt Knots? I'm not sure what that is. That's yeah. I sure do. I love her channel. Oh, well, there you go. It's a channel that I don't know about. I will have to look at that. You'll have to drop that in there too, so I can go and look at it. This is Chantel's channel. Thank you. I love. We'll check that out. Yeah, I mean, thank you, Christina, for doing all that. Yeah, I'm in the midst of just getting what I'm going to do, like the different things, and I'm trying to, because I gear all of my channel to beginners on that, and I like doing that because it helps people get to start to stitch and whatnot. And so yeah, that's what I am. Ashley, hello, and thank you for sharing that one too. Let me just go over to the channel and click on all these channels and open them up. That one's open. Now, where were you? Oh, what just happened? Did I just go black? Yes, I did. I will be back in just a moment. This is what happens when I open up too many tabs. It has a bit of conniption, my computer. It's like, no, ma'am. No, you're not doing that. So, yeah. Let me just get back in. You might hear a bit of an echo when I come back in. I do apologize, but I will be back momentarily. I'm in the studio. Make sure I've got all the settings right. Yes. All right, I'm entering in. There we go. All right, let me move that down to there. Right. Thank you. I'm on Twitch as well. So yeah, I am streaming to Twitch today. So yeah. All right. Let me just get to so that's Chantel's. I know Chantel. I'm already subscribed to Chantel, so I don't need to do that. Chantel's channel, Kim's channel. There it is. That's Kim's channel. And did you share Alt Knots? Let me go down. Yes, you did. That's the roulette blanket series. Kayla is awesome. Alt Knots, alternative crochet and yarn unique perspective. Can we drop her link in, Chantel? Can you drop her link in, please? Mine was just doing the same thing. Yeah, I don't know what happened then. It started to have a bit of a conniption. But I'm back. That's all that matters, right? So yeah, I'm just reading. Hello, Ashley. Welcome on in. Kayla is awesome at Alt Knots, alternative crochet crafts, unique yarn, unique crafting perspectives. Nice. I'll have to go. I love seeing different things that are unique. And just yeah. This week has been crazy. Yeah, I haven't seen you around much this week, but I'm glad things are settled down and you can drop in. Do you have a favorite craft store in Australia? Look, we're pretty limited with craft stores here in Australia, like where I am. I have to travel such a long way to go and see them, but I've been lucky enough in the last month, 5 weeks, we've had Spotlight, which is a big box craft store, and they have multiple different crafts, home decor, all that sort of stuff in it. So I'm really excited to have that. It'd probably be the craft shop that I visit the most because it's almost like a one-stop shop. I can go there for quilting, I can go there for knitting and crochet, I can go there for paper crafts, I can go there for stamping, I can go there for dressmaking, all that sort of stuff. So I would have to say that that's probably my favorite. I have a favorite Sashiko one, which is BB Bold, but they are not doing the craft shows or anything as much anymore. A lot of craft stores have just come and gone here, so I don't really have any that I frequent often. Most of the ones that I used to frequent often have pretty much closed down, just due not being able to sell the business and retirement and stuff like that. But if I ever find something, there's a place out at Roma, like it is like Aladdin's cave. It is a treasure trove of stuff. There is so much in there. It's stacked right to the rafters. You can barely move in it. And it's a place that you could go to and just fall into for days. It's absolutely amazing. So, yeah. I subscribed, Chantel. I'll be checking out your channel out later also. I can jump over to Twitch and check on things there. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. You're a mod over there as well. Oh, thank you, guys. There's Chantel. Chantel is so sweet. She is the sweetest person I know on YouTube. Chantel. That was the blanket as well. Mine was just doing the same thing. Yeah, I don't know why. Alt knots. Thank you. I can go and check that out now. Thank you, Chantel. I appreciate it. All right, we're going to get some more stitches into this, and we've been going for 2 hours already. I am someone that just can she looks cool. This channel looks cool. Let me subscribe to that for sure, and ring all notifications on that one. And I'm just on yours, Kim. You've got some good stuff too. Hobby Lobby, Dollar Tree, on your For You, popular videos. Nice. Oh, I've got lots of stuff to watch now. And subscribe. And to all notifications. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I've got stuff to watch. Taka says hello. Or Taka. Is it Taka or Taka? Currently up on my leg. The cute little dog. Yes, Joanne. Joanne's has gone. Yes, unfortunately. I subscribe to Alt Knots also. Looking forward to seeing the new channels. Spotlight sounds great. Yeah, it's very much like Joanne's, I guess, in many ways. It has a lot of stuff in it. I did just recently put a video up for the opening of it. You can have a little bit of a look-see. It was awfully crowded. It was really hard to see all the stuff that was in there. But we have them. I can see now why you like her. Yeah. So yeah, we do like to chat a bit. We do. That's for sure. That is for sure. I don't mind on that. I've got a few chores to do and stuff, but I got time. And if I don't get them done, oh well. Tuesday is another day because I won't be back until Tuesday. Savannah will hang my washing out for me, I'm sure, if I ask her to. So yeah. I'll probably just I'll put my clothes don't get super dirty, so I can put them on for a quick wash and get them done and then take them. And I've only got a load of washing, so but I've got some dishes to do and some vacuuming to do and all that sort of stuff before I head off. But I'm sure my big girl can handle that. If I say, can you vacuum the floor? That I don't really ask her to do much else except take care of her spaces these days, because we don't really make that much of a mess when it's just the two of us on that. So yeah. All right. So I am going to do, I think I'm going to do a little just yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I am going to do little pink fluffy bits around the outside near the longer ones, and then I'm going to put French knots in between. I'll probably do 2 French knots in between because it's quite a gap. I think that will work. So yeah, we do like a good chat. I can see that. We had a traumatic day yesterday. Obi ripped his dew claw. Oh, so he's nursing that. Yeah. He's being very brave boy though. I so wish that they would, like, the vets here won't remove them. That, like, and they cause so much issues. That for puppies. That, like, we've got a big boy and he jumps on things and he hasn't ripped it, but he's caught it a couple of times, and the vet just no, we're not removing it. It's like, but he keeps catching it. It's actually causing him pain. And so yeah, it's only on one of his. It's a little bit bigger than the rest of them, and it just it seems to catch on everything. Well, Nicole, and all dinner is ready. I will catch the end later. Nice to chat with you all, and nice to meet you, Kim. And bye to everybody. Thanks for being here, Marie. Sorry. We will catch you next time on that. And yeah, you've got some watching to do as well. Looks like we know what we'll be doing for the rest of the night and the day, right? But thank you so much for being here and all your wonderful compliments. I do appreciate it. And you have a fabulous dinner. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Any other channels you would recommend, Chantel? Yeah. What other channels would you recommend, Chantel? Do drop the links if you want to. That's so we can make it easier to find them. That for sure. Have a creative day, Marie. Yes, have a creative day. Good night to Marie as well. And Chantel is thinking. And thank you to you, and bye, Kim, as well. All right. So that was Marie, everybody. Keep an eye out for Marie on your channels. If you subscribe when she pops in, I'm sure that they will say hello in the comments. So yeah. Oh, that was a big one. Maybe a little bit smaller. All right. So once we've finished this circle of this flower, I will be wrapping up for the day because, as I said, I do have quite a number of things that I've got to get done today. And it's been a lot of fun hanging out with everybody. Just Kiwi says, hey, lovelies. Finally going to get ready for karaoke. Have a third drain layer coming in, and as usual, he has flummoxed. Oh, great. You still haven't been able to get that done? And Jada. All right, let me have a look at Jada as well. Jada. All right, I've got them all keyed up now. Oh, I'm already subscribed to Jada. Well, there you go. Yeah, I know why I'm subscribed to Jada. Now I remember. She's whimsical. I love. I think I was looking at one of the baskets she was doing on that. So yeah, and there's Granny Squares magical cupboard calendar blanket. I looked at as well. Yeah, I remember why now. Cool. Awesome. I've got some more stuff to watch. So flummoxed, that sucks, just Kiwi. I have been getting old and worn donation jeans to use for purses and bags. It's so much fun to reuse and create. That's awesome. Nope. We are taking the whole construction company and the original plumber to court. Oh, okay. That's fair. That they didn't do their job, so that's fair. Side quest for yarn lovers. Sandy Brooke. Nice. She's a farmer in Canada, produces yarn and her flock in a very thoughtful drops a few times a year. Okay, cool. And obviously when we do take them to the construction company to court, they will put themselves into liquidation, but the council has wiped their hands of it. Oh, that's not good. That's wrong. All right, I'm going to check out Kelsey as well. Let me just go. We're sort of doing a bit of a binge here at the moment of getting to channels. So yeah. That some yarn channels, which you'd be interested in too, just Kiwi. So yeah. I've been following her since COVID. My hands down favorite channel outside of crafts. Nice. Awesome. Got some good channels to go and check out. Thank you so much for all the recs, everybody. I'm really happy with today's stream. I've got more content to watch. I wonder if my husband will be into watching craft videos tonight. Probably not. That I don't think he will be interested. It might be a way to get him to go and do some work on some cars, though. Sorry, this keeps moving because it's so awkward where my hand is at the moment. Because of the pole that it's sitting on. That, so yeah. All right. Now I think don't need that in there. Let me get that out. And now I think I'm going to do some maybe purple. Can you stop taking that? All right. All right. Yeah, why not? Why not? I don't have any. Oh, I do. Is it the same color? Yes, it is. Don't have to unwrap any. We have thread. Oh. Now I just got to get it to come apart without it falling apart. I don't know what is going on with my fingers lately, but trying to get threads to come out one at a time is becoming very problematic. So yeah, I think it's just because my fingers are cold. We've got up to 17 degrees. It's taken 2 hours, but we've got there. There's a bit of wind around today too, which is probably not helping. That's quite keeping the temperatures down a bit. All right. Retro Craft Dreams is another favorite quirky channel. Nice. I'll have to go and check that out as well. She does vintage stitching, craft stitch, crewel. That's one I want to learn. Crewel. Sorry. Knitting and very 80s. Fabulous. Ooh. I do love a good. So Retro Craft Dreams is the channel. Okay. All right. Making it my own. Just looking at this one. How long will it be before my computer goes, nope. Nope. Not doing it. All right. I think I'm subscribed to all the ones that we've said so far. And there's another one, Kelly. Brandy. I think I've got them all now. So yeah. Cool. Because I am definitely getting into the crochet and stuff a bit more. I'm thinking, as I said earlier, I think I might take my crochet over with me and work on my sunny top by Clark Crochet. Because I want it for summer, but I don't think it's going to be ready. Good morning, Leanne. How are you? What's happening? What are you working on? Obviously I'm working on this. So I'm going to put 2 French knots in between the stitches that I just done because there's enough space to put 2. I'm doing 3 wrap French knots, and so I'm going to put them around, and then I might put another line of a stitch in between those to just bring it out a little bit more. on that. So yeah, and it might be a little bit close, but I think that's what I want to do with this one. As I said, just being creative, doing what I want to do on that. So yeah. All right, let me just go back to the channel over here. Kelly. We're having a bit of a channel sharing festival here, Leanne. That Leanne is one of my best friends in real life. We travel together. I'm subscribed to Kelly Crafts as well. I didn't even know that I'm subscribed to these people. For whatever reason, I've landed on their channel. And then like, oh, I like this channel. So yeah. So I've subscribed to this one. I'm already subscribed to Kelly. Leanne has dropped in. So Stitchy Moon Crafts. Leanne is a friend of mine, does floss tube and cross stitching. We go away on cruises and crafting shows and all sorts of stuff. We travel together a lot. And we've got another crafty adventure coming up in March next year. We're going sailing again. So I'm sure there will be lots of shenanigans afoot, as there was last time. We had such a great time. We pissed so many people off. Oh, they're having a creepy decor. I think I might have caught on to that because of Savannah, because Savannah likes the creepy decor stuff too. At the doctor's with my dodgy finger. Oh no, is it still giving you grief? That sucks. That bites big time. All right, looking at the next channel. Let's have a look. It's cross stitch. Okay, cool. Gothy. Oh, I've been seeing her stuff around. Yeah, I have been seeing her pop up. Nice. Subscribe. Oh, there we go. I subscribe to you, Kelly. Kelly's here, is there? Yeah. I've been seeing this channel around a bit. Like I'm pretty sure it's their channel that I've been seeing popping up quite a bit. That, so yeah. Because they're doing like gothic style cross stitch, which I do love that aesthetic and cross stitch, but I haven't done much of it and whatnot. So yeah. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. But as I said, I am going to have to wrap up, and I'm probably going to wrap up midway through this because of the simple fact that I've got to get some stuff done, and you've just given me a whole heap of stuff to watch. So I'm guessing chores might have gone out the window. Reading's probably gone out the window as well. So yeah. If you're into books or anything like that, I'm also a booktuber as well. But I have my main channel is this craft channel. So yeah. Oh, I've been to this channel before too. Creative Sprints. Isn't it funny? We all come across the same sort of channels and whatnot. That's cool. That, so yeah. I think Christina might have put me onto Creative Sprints actually. On that, so yeah. So we'll stay away from the gin. No, we won't. You're excited. Yeah, I'm excited too. That. So I've nearly got all the money, or at least two-thirds of it together. That, so that it should be all paid by when it's due December. That, so yeah, I'll definitely have it done by then. Just had a few bills, so but yeah, I'm excited as well. This is my bookish channel. This is me as well, Dusty Book Sniffers. That you can find me there talking trash about books. No, I don't talk trash unless it's a trashy book. Then I'll talk trash about that book. Thank you so much, Kim, for being here. We appreciate you. I am you and me both enjoy your binge watching. So yeah. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you'll subscribe on the way out and hit that like button as well. Thank you so much. And maybe share this channel with some of your crafty friends. Because, you know, we all like having lots of crafty friends around and whatnot. Keep an eye on the channel because I have live streams going up a bit and also tutorials and everything. So, yeah, we do lots of stuff around here. Oh, God, that didn't go well, did it? That not? Oh, let me just get that through. What happened then? What did you do? Got all tangled. Yeah, I don't recommend you pull on it like that. That's not what you're supposed to do. So, yeah. Have a creative day, everybody. Enjoy your binge watching and learning. Yes, me too. I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually going to take my own alcohol this time because it was quite expensive last time. So, yeah. Just have a really big cup with it in all day. Love Unicorn. Same Chantel. Thank you so much for being here and sharing all the channels. But I am going to bid you all farewell. Thank you so much. We've been here for a little over 2 hours. I'll be back again next week. Thank you for watching in the background there, Melissa. I appreciate it as well. Hey, you need to drop your channel. Let me drop your channel as well. It's Geeky Witch, right? Let me just go and find it. I'm subscribed to it, so it should come up. Probably very, very slowly. There you are. I found you. All right, let me get your channel. Copy. And then go back. All right. Anytime now. Okay, this is Melissa's channel, The Geeky Witch. So make sure you go and check Melissa's channel out as well. It's Cross Stitch. Melissa is a friend of Divinely Designs and Dusty Book Sniffers, so be sure to go and check them out. They do sprints and stuff as well, so yeah, go check them out. There you go. That is there. Oh, thank you. You're on it. By the time I find it and get it to come back and all the things, I'm liking this one. It's looking good. I'm just watching it. I'm looking at it through StreamYard, so it looks really small, like it's not close and whatnot. And I've just come onto the channel. I'm like, oh, okay, that looks really good. So yeah. All right. As I said, I am going to bid you farewell. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here for the day. We've got sorry, I was counting. It's intense. I know, right? This is Melissa's channel. Have a wonderful day, the rest of your day. You know that that is part of the reason you have mods. We got you. Yeah, I know. I know. You know what it's like. I think to try and get it and all that sort of stuff. But yes, thank you so much, everybody, for doing all that. I appreciate it. I forget, you know, old lady brain and all the things. But I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 channels to go and check out. And see what they're all getting up to. So I've subscribed to them all. I'm going to leave all those tabs open. I'm going to go do my drawers first, and then I'm going to come back and watch a little bit of their channels and all the rest of it. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Be sure to share this channel with your friends so they can come and hang out too. And we'll be back next Saturday for more Slow Stitching Saturday. But join us on Thursday for Maker's Quest, where I will be doing some cross stitch. Yes, I will be cross stitching, and I'll be working on humming of bees. But until then, have a fabulous crafty day, no matter where you are. Stay safe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.